So this video is all about the feeling of the course. Now I love this, and as a rider I'm always thinking about it when I'm walking the course. I'm thinking firstly all of the different types of courses we have, hilly courses, flat horses, that can really affect how the horses jump a course.
Yeah, we really have to think that we are fortunate enough to do this sport with a living creature, and that living creature has got a neck, a back, lungs, a heart, joints, eyes, and we have to take all that into account when we are walking the course. It's not only a matter of assessing the technical question, of course it is. We have to assess the technical questions, but it's also a matter of having to feel how the horse will feel at that moment of the course.
So you've really got to look at, for example, approaching a fence. It could be quite uneven terrain, and that's not the place to be galloping flat out and things like that. Same with going uphill. The horse might want to have a breather, and you've got to take that into account as a rider and as a designer.
Yes, exactly. That is to say, it's not only about, as a designer, putting the fences one after the other one, just saying, why not? It's about saying that at that moment of the course, I think it's been hard enough for the horses, or the ponies, for instance. So let's just give them a bit of a breather here, with an easy fence, with easy ground, and then, okay, further on, they have caught up, so we can have another difficult questions.
And talk to me about distractions. Are there things that you try, whether we're going away from the lorry park or the stables or the warm-up? Can these things affect horses?
Definitely. And there again, we have to think about horse vision, first of all. That they're not only looking ahead, but they're looking on the side. So the warm-up is a very important one, because we know that horses are gregarious creatures, that they want to go instinctively, I should say. They want to meet with their buddies. So we have to think about that, yeah, the lorry, the car park, and we have to think of what the surroundings are around the cross-country fence. If it's very crowded, if there's a PA going, if there are flags in the distance, there again, the horses are not only looking forward, they're looking on the side. So when I'm setting a fence on the course, I always think about the whole environment and not only the fence.
So this is very much about awareness of these properties and things, whether it's hills, whether it's distractions, and then I guess for us riding appropriately, and for you designing appropriately, that we have questions that we think, okay, that's not unfair for that setting on the course.
Yeah, definitely.
Now Anna, we've all had days when the feeling isn't going well. Talk to me about, firstly as a designer, how you try and prevent that happening, and then what are we going to do as riders when it does happen?
Well, we try to think that the horse can get mentally tired too, and too many hard questions altogether can lead to the odd refusal we've had on fence number 12, which was, an easy fence. Yes, but it was so hard on fence number 11 and so hard on fence number 10 that it comes up on fence number 12. So as a course designer, we have to find some balance in our question, difficult question, and then let the horse mentally breathe.
And then I would say that as a rider, you can get to that point on a day where actually, if we keep going, we're probably going to do more harm than good for our long-term success.
That is a very wise assumption, yes indeed. And I'm a trainer too, and I always take my pupil, there's plan A, plan B, and plan X. And plan X is that when you've had a bad jump on 3, you've had a bad jump on fence number 5, and you don't feel it, and the horse is really not going for the fence, well, plan X is just to touch your cap and say, that's enough for today, no bad memories, we'll work at home and come back.
And the final feeling that we're all going to get in our horses especially is that most of unpredictable ones, which is the weather. It can be really hot, which is going to obviously take its toll, and then also really wet, and that's going to affect the ground conditions.
Yeah, and there again we have to think about what the horse will actually feel cantering into hard ground or cantering into very heavy ground, what the horse will feel in his back, in his joints, and that can be very tiring again, yes, sure enough.
So that is being prepared, being aware for all of those different types of conditions, all of those factors, and as riders being able to adapt to it. That is the feeling on the course.
It is not only the matter of the technical part, indeed.